Hi, here's a bonus video. Let me give you an example of an application of memory techniques. How many times have you put something down, whether they are keys, a business card, a smartphone, a pen, your sunglasses, and you think, haven't seen my keys. I know where they are, just I always forget where I put them. Happens to all of us. How do you remember where you put your keys? Here's a good example. You come home, you found your keys now, you grab a sandwich, you're running around like crazy, you think of other things, and all of a sudden, half an hour later, you can't find the keys. You put them somewhere. Well, when you put them down, the memory was thinking of something else. When you actually did a physical movement of putting the keys down. So what we need to do is to use our rules, a place to put the information turn into a vivid picture, mental glue to hold the picture on the peg. Let's assume that we are going to put the keys on the table on the way home. So when we walk down and throw the keys on the table, in your mind's eye, picture the table is blown up, boom, that's it. It's done in less than a second. Now, when we go back and say, where did I put my keys? What's the first thing that pops up in your mind? Ah, I blew up the coffee table with them. The action springs forth right away. I did this when I was teaching an English class. I gave this demo and everyone laughed when I was talking about blowing up the coffee table. Then when I got out of the classroom, the observer came up to me and she said, does this really work? She said, and I said, I proved that it works. You can get names and numbers of all the learners in my class today. Next week, you call up some students and ask them, hiya, last week there was a memory exercise demoed. Do you remember where he put the keys? She said, that's a great idea. Next week, I got on with my business and hoping that she would call up someone who remembers. It was great. A colleague told me that she called up a guy called Richard. She said, hi, Richard, you were in an English class last week. You had a demo about a memory exercise and he put the keys somewhere. Do you remember where he put where the keys are? And he, my colleague, laughed over the phone. No, Richard laughed over the phone. And he said, he blew up the coffee table with them. And everyone laughed. And when he told me, we both laughed. And it was great. But it was so exciting because the technique works. I've run a seminar and a woman raised her hand and she goes, Joe, no, Achim. My problem is I'm not thinking where I put keys. If I think of blowing up the coffee table, of course I'm going to remember. And I said, you are exactly right. You are absolutely correct. So let me give you the statement. These techniques work because even if they don't work, they still work. You see, the act of applying the technique engages your memory. So I see you in the next video. Bye.